Hello everyone, my name is Chavan Snehal and my today's topic is cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system, it is nothing but a circulatory system. The word itself tells us its function. Cardiac, it means heart, and vascular, it means which is related to the blood. Circulatory, it means circulation. So we can understand कि cardiovascular system, it is the system which is related to the heart and the blood vessels. In the cardiovascular system, whatever the deoxygenated blood is there, it is carried from all the body tissues and it is sent to lungs for the exchange of gases, and from the lungs, whatever the oxygenated blood is there, it is collected and transported to all the body tissues. Okay, so this is the function of our cardiovascular system. Now, the components of cardiovascular system include heart, blood vessels, arteries, veins, capillaries, etc. Okay, so heart, it is the main organ, it is the primary organ of our cardiovascular system. The heart, it consists of 4 layers. The outermost layer, it is the pericardium. The pericardium, it is filled with pericardial fluid. Okay, after pericardium, there is the outermost layer which is epicardium, myocardium, and then endocardium. Okay, the myocardium, it is made up of muscles. Okay, which muscles? Cardiac muscles. These are the muscles which are exclusively present in our heart. Okay, then after the layers of the heart, we saw the chambers of the heart. There it is key. There are 2 arteries, atrium and 2 ventricles. Okay, so the atrium, there are left and right, and ventricles left and right. Okay, so this is the all about a heart. Then from the heart there arises aorta, pulmonary vein and pulmonary arteries. Okay, these the blood vessels, the arteries and veins, they are having the specific functions. The arteries, they carry blood away from the heart, and the veins, they carry blood towards the heart. However, there is a certain exceptions. Okay, for example, pulmonary artery, it carries blood towards the heart, and pulmonary vein, it carries blood away from the heart. Pulmonary, the word itself is related to the lungs. Okay, so whenever pulmonary is there, it means it's related to the lungs. So the function of this pulmonary arteries and pulmonary veins is to carry the blood from heart to the lungs. Okay, whereas the aorta, it transports blood to the body parts. Okay, then let us understand about the blood. Blood, it is the liquid component. Okay, and it consists of two components. That first is one is plasma and second is the blood cells. Okay, so plasma, it is 55% plasma is present and 45% blood cells are present. The blood cells, they consist of red blood cells, that is RBCs, WBCs, that is white blood cells, and platelets. Now these all cells are having their specific functions. For example, RBCs, they are responsible for the transport of oxygen due to the presence of hemoglobin, and WBCs, they have their role in the immune system, that is they are responsible for killing the pathogens. Okay, then third is are platelets. They are responsible for the clotting, for forming the fibers so that the blood flow is stopped. Okay, so that is the platelets. And in the plasma, we all know there is presence of the clotting factors and the serum is present. And in the plasma, there is presence of antibodies also. Okay. Now, after blood, how this blood is transported, right? So we saw that there are veins and arteries. Now, let us understand the mechanism of transport of blood. Suppose in the tissues, the carbon dioxide is released and there is oxygen is utilized. So this blood, deoxygenated blood, it is carried via veins to the heart. Okay, when this blood comes in the heart, it comes in the right atrium. From right atrium, it comes to the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle via pulmonary vein, it is carried to the lungs. Then in the lungs, the deoxygenated blood is oxygenated. The oxygen is mixed with the blood, and then via pulmonary vein, the blood, it comes to the heart, and in the heart it comes in the left atrium, then left ventricle, and then via aorta, the blood, it is supplied to all the body parts. In this way, the double circulation takes place in our heart. Okay, now After the circulation, let's see the cardiac cycle. What is cardiac cycle? It is nothing but the cycle which consists of systolic and diastolic movements. Systolic means what? Contraction, and diastolic means relaxation. So when the systolic and diastolic movement takes place, that time only the blood is transported. Okay, so this is the mechanism of heart in which there is one cardiac cycle means what? One systolic and one diastolic movement. And the normal blood pressure, it is diastolic it is 80 mmHg, and for systolic it is 120 mmHg. Okay, then after cardiac cycle, let's see about the heartbeat. When I forgot to tell you, in the heart there are presence of 4 valves. Valve is what? They are the door like structures, like they function like a door, that is one way opening. Okay, so there are 4 valves. First is tricuspid valve, which is present between the right atrium and right ventricle. Then bicuspid valve, which is present between the left atrium and left ventricle. Then aortic valve and pulmonary valve. Okay, so these valves, they control the flow of blood. Okay, so now these valves, they are responsible for controlling the flow of the blood in the heart. For example, pulmonary valve, it is responsible for controlling the blood flow between the heart and lungs. Aortic valve, controlling the blood flow between the heart and the body parts. Okay, so this was all about the function of the heart. And whenever this contraction relaxation takes place between this valve, suppose the tricuspid valve it is closed, then there will be the sound which is called as lub sound. And when the blood comes below, there is again one sound, that is dub sound. Therefore the lub dub sound is made by the heart, and this makes up a heartbeat. Okay, then there are various diseases of heart, for example heart attack, stroke, etc. These diseases are caused when the pacemakers of heart do not work, or we can say the arteries, they are blocked due to the deposition of lipids. Then the heart diseases can occur. Okay, so this was all about the cardiovascular system. Thank you so much.